Haven't seen this guy for a little bit here at the LCK. That sign asks, okay, what is Keria going to pick today? Could be this Jhin support. Could be the answer for him. It seems like he, saw a couple of small head nods. It's like looking at the coach like, can I do it? Can I play Twitch? No, he's going to play Jhin. Very interesting comps here once again from both sides. Let's jump onto the rift here for game one.
But if T1 play this out in any way, oh yeah, I haven't even.
Oh no, is he just dead? Oh my God! 2 minutes and 22 seconds. Just mark it. Lanes where T1 should be winning. As we'll take another look here.
It's really just straightforward, right? Zeus finds his level 2 first, gets full damage, gets his Conqueror procs, and then gets the extra couple of orders in with his transformation. Really nicely done.
Oh, the satchel is big. The root is also a great follow-up. The Ignite is in, and the autos come in as well. As Ziggs 1 was in the air, didn't quite see that, as now Owner's in the bottom side. Guys, what is going on?
They're not going to play the game!
Come on! This is just not fair.
They're not going to be able to play the video game.
What happened to good old-fashioned League of Legends? What is this?
It's done!
Oh, man. Okay, well, Keria's going to pick that kill up as in goes Zeka, trying to take a big trade onto Faker, and, he does win it. Yeah, he's got a Maokai, just pressure Faker, right? Well, and this all starts with actually life engagement.
Life engages, and then the heal means that Guma is able to sidestep the Rakan engage, and then as a result, Life just gets a run down. Keria, not even with his 4th shot. That's a 3rd shot kill as Faker.
Okay, well, here comes Keria. He's trying to get on top of them, as now he's going to be the victim. He doesn't have flash, so he's just going to die. And he does come over, and guess what? He gives a shutdown to Aurelia. So after all that, he keeps Faker alive, I suppose, but he's also going to gift a kill, a shutdown kill to Zeka's Aurelia. It's definitely going to be an issue as Zeka just goes in for the plate, takes a turret shot, and has to flash away. Meanwhile, the Jhin is nearby. Faker definitely looking for this as there's the deadly flourish, and Zeka is in some trouble. He's got the shot, does Keria, and a bit of a overextension here from Zeka means that this mid lane is going to get a bit easier.
Not going to be too worried, and Kingen seems to have gotten the memo.
Yeah.
Does have Ghost in his ultimate. I think he might be able to get out here.
He's going to dodge one, dodge Slot actually. He's just playing Frogger at this moment in time, but not sure if he can get out. He's trying to trade onto Faker, gets decently close. And Zeus will take the kill in the end, which will mean a huge chunk of plates in the top side.
Yeah, never mind. He ain't getting out. Nice collapse found there by T1. Kubayushi might get caught in the rotation here.
Guma's dead. It's okay, there's a Rakan. And Life is like, wait. Okay, so with the TP, we didn't quite see that at first. I thought he was just backing away, letting him live. But, yep, TP does come in. They will hold on to the mid turret, but this one will fall at 12 minutes. And they'll give the majority of that plate gold to Zeus.
The one saving grace for Hanwha is that this gold, yes, it's down, but if you can find a good hard engage, if you can catch T1 off, there we go. Well, that's an example. If you can catch them unaware, once you're on the back line, you still have an incredible amount of power here, but you got to find those engages.
Okay, Smite does go the way of Owner. Clid just standing on top of it, trying to zone them, but the Ziggs is here, and the poke begins, essentially. His Life is looking for an engage, but he might just die, as he's going to eat a Sejuani ult in the face. In goes Zeka, though. He's going to isolate Zeus. That is how you defeat a poke comp, is you get right on top of them. And Hololive Esports has been able to do this, as Faker going to flash the wall here, and he will just barely get away, but scary moments. You could see that too when we're like, oh crap, we got to get out of here. But they did still take down the Rift Herald.
I think they're going to have to. As a poke comp especially, the extra movement speed that is given to the enemy on a Cloud Soul, I think is actually really relevant. Question is, will they be in a position? Again, I do think T1 is still in a pretty commanding leader. I think that they should be able to win objective fights. Hold up, TP coming through.
Zeus doesn't have flash. I don't know how he's going to get out of this one. The Sedge ult goes wide, and they are just bullying this chase so much for getting ahead. As he will get down, Viper's going to take the kill.
At this point, it looks likely that T1 is going to want to 5v5 for that one anyway. As,
trying to get on top of Guma here as the ult will come out, and King may have overstepped his bounds, but was it a bait all along? Faker gonna get chained under the turret, and now Clit is here. He's just dead. That's another kill given over to Viper. Grady is at this champion, just straight up. Like, it's gonna be very difficult to handle this, as now he's just gonna go for the Baron. Life Esports going to set up the turn.
Yeah, they want to fight. They're looking for a turn here. They have all the tools.
They absolutely do. The poke not necessarily landing there at all. Zeus not going to hit it. Guma not really going to hit it. That's some nice shots from Keria, but now they got to get into the pit as down goes Clit. He is so low, and Ziggs is going to get the Baron. Life Esports do not turn. They just decide, okay, we're going to stay out of the Baron. And because of that, they just go down. And now Keria's just flashing on them. Viper and Kingen just have to run away with their tail between their legs, and the coordination not there. T1 just roll over them.
I love the call because I thought they were going to turn.
Yeah.
But then they didn't.
Uh-oh. Get your Monka.
There we go.
Your favorite Monka emote ready.
He immediately teleports.
Yeah. Here we go. He's level 16 and life is 9. And he's also dead. I think it was level 8.
That was underwhelming.
Yeah, that was a very quick kill.
So who do you vote for POG here? Well, you do like voting for Keria. Ooh, Faker.
True. Well, there is a Maokai nearby. Can they CC him 100-0? I think he just already into the team. Not 100% sure. Maybe they just got him. Either way, Faker assuming, hey, I'm level 16. I can do whatever I want.
Actually finding an angle as Home Alive now should not be a possibility.
So what happens when that poke comp gets ahead? You see Home Alive Esports, they can't even use their engage. The exhaust comes in from Faker on top of Viper, as now we got the turnaround. Massive knock-up on a 3, but what does it matter for? Zeka not able to get on in there, and Faker is just a menace in this backline. Zeka is still doing some crazy stuff. Keria gonna land that Deadly Flourish, and that looks like the last potential fight of the game, as actually they are pinging onto Baron. Here he is, just, I mean, he's level 16.
So what is happening here as well, as we are about to say goodbye to this game?
Okay, Nature's Grasp.
One more try.
We do have the flank coming on in. This could be the angle here for Zeka. Zeus does have a stopwatch, but he's getting dunked on, and there it is, 100-0. Life Esports find the angle, and now Keria's also going to get caught out, as Faker and Owner will find an angle here in mid, at least for their sake. Going to take down this inhibitor. Doesn't look like they will get there.
Who's going to win?
Faker's waiting, I think, for the, yeah, you can see the cooldown on the left, considering it's Jace, and everybody else is basically AP unless you're counting Keria. As Faker in the side lane, he does have stopwatch, will give him a little bit of time, but the CC is just a bit too much. It looks like the charm's coming in. He will flash, and he does get away, as a bunch of ults were used to try to lock down the Kassadin. Especially when they don't have any ults.
Yeah, unfortunately for Hanwha, they still weren't able to get either a ward down, thanks to T1 keeping up with them, or get a engage with Faker still surviving. So now you lose Baron, and yeah, you've delayed a little bit, but T1 should be able to just siege it down from here on out.
There was one in the lane.
So that one T1 is aware of.
In the top lane, but they cleared it. Okay, see, this is the issue. Like, Kasante can live, but he can't stop Faker. So Faker's just taking 2 inhibitors for free. And Kasante can't do anything about it. I mean, okay, they are going to have the team rotate over now, and Faker doesn't have Zhonya, so that's going to be a kill onto the Kassadin. As inhibitors are going down, and there is that flank TP. Zeka's over the wall. Owner with a nice interrupt, but it's not going to be enough, as there is the kill. They get on top of the Ziggs. Life Esports, they find a way to win this team fight. As the Owner will eventually go down, and a couple of members of T1 will survive, but Life Esports will hold on. As I'm going to hold that thought, they are trying to set up onto Faker here once again, as he has not been having a fun time, and he will get charmed and knocked up. There is the chains. He's got Zhonya's this time.
That's Flash, just got to stall.
Flash as well. He's just ulting away, and one arrow does hit him, and the entire team is in the enemy base.
Although double teleport's used now.
There's
Live setting up shop. Yeah, they can TP into the base. Although
but
they don't
no,
have
there's
wave.
Nexus turrets available. Viper's getting pretty low. Redemption gonna be huge, by the way. That was picked up here as now the flank comes in. Sejuani ultimate in there, and they are once again in the shooting gallery. Please turn this time out while Esports. Will you turn? It's going to be Varus who picks up the Baron as Faker's just going to delete the Rakan. The damage is huge from the side of Faker. Can he do it all alone? It's kind of Faker versus Zeka here as the damage from Zeka is trying to get on top of Zeus, but he will go down to the GA. And unfortunately now he is all alone and will eventually get taken out. There's the TP as T1 finally will break the backs and will break the base of Hololive Esports.
And after an exhausting chess match, in the end, Hololive feel obliged to go in there. If they don't get that Baron, if they don't fight for it, I think you lose the game anyway with 3 inhibitors down. There's no way that you can hold. And T1, 43 minutes. How long it took them to get here, but very impressive overall, nonetheless.
Blitz damage, what the hell?
Yeah.
Just Maokai things, I guess. He did as much as Zeus did in this game.
4 Barons in this game. This team knows what they're doing. And the Ornn is going to give you that is a fairly decent matchup in the Renekton. Obviously, you're not going to be able to fight for Prio, but Grasp Ornn still should be completely okay here. And your mid to late game team fighting looking quite strong here for Hanwha. But getting there is a big problem.
Yeah. Game number 2. Let's see what happens.
They were actually able to see this. Okay, never mind. We'll get spotted on the ward as... Wow.
3,184 days since CJB, Emperor,
Blaze.
yeah, Emperor and Lust Boy.
Wow.
One.
Versus Imp and Mata. That is
Versus
insane.
Imp and Mata.
CJ Blaze.
In the playoffs. They brought it out in the playoffs.
So they were still sister teams.
Yeah. 2014.
Oh my god.
Okay, nice trade here from Viper. I almost said Viper and the Hens. Wow, this is...
It's a 2020. We're just doing throwbacks.
Where is my brain? Where am I? I don't know.
As we mentioned...
I was sitting in the seat when we were casting that team as well.
Nice.
Nice. As you said, this is very different from Game 1, where T1 won top and bot very quickly. T1, you know, they had a lane lead, but the wave wasn't in a great spot. They decided to back. Viper kind of froze it, and they have caught up in the bottom side.
Owner is really just continuously keeping his bot lane safe here.
Oh, over the wall goes Clid once again. A really nice maneuver. Owner is getting pretty low, but the CC chain is huge into Clid. He is not able to do much at all after that, but Zeka and Viper get over the wall where Owner tried to escape to, and that will be a trade of kills.
As Sage just walks up.
Uh-oh. Zeka in a little bit of trouble here. He's going to get 100-0 potentially. He cannot get out. He is going to flash, but still goes down as Owner just going to clap him on his way out. Very nice mechanical play from Owner, but Keria was the one who picked up the kill, funnily enough, and they are going to pick up the second Richter.
Yeah, that was a setup play, because the moment he walks back as King, and this is a big Ornn.
He is very far forward, though. Can they burst down the Ornn? Right now is the question. That is a big Renekton as well. Gets in that back line as King is incredibly low. Still alive, though, after all of this, and Zeus gets burst down pretty heavily by Viper. A massive knock-up here in the front onto Clid, but he will not go down. As Faker nearly gets taken out himself. Hololive actually able to pick up the scraps of that fight.
Beat a Drake going over the 2-1, but the subsequent fight is going to be big.
Okay, they're actually going to commit to this one as the Unraveled Earth is on the ground, and that will be stolen by Clid, who does pick that one up, and now Owner is in the pit alongside of Faker. They don't have a way to get out of here as Zeus is trying to zone for them, but the Ornn is just soaking so much damage, and the turn is massive from the side of Hololive Esports. No collect for the side of Guma either. And Faker will be forced to flash out of this. Hololive Esports find the angle. T1 commit heavily onto that Drake.
Really big moment there, and they don't even end up getting the Drake. Now, with the jungler and top laner dead, Hololive might be heading towards the Baron. I do think that this is somewhat of a risk. Faker can do a lot of damage in these enclosed areas. Guma is also still full of, yeah, I think they should back off here. They already got a pretty big win here, I'd say. Like, what's the peak?
For some reason in my mind, it's somewhere in the 1300s.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like I was like watching an LCK match or
Yumi.
time. Yeah, Yumi in a little bit of trouble. Faker, though, no flash. He does have his stopwatch, but no follow-up here. He is alone. Over this wall, you see Owner and Keria just kind of looking at him, trying their best, but they could not commit to that alone.
As overall, teleport going to come through. Very important fight here for T1.
Almost 700 stacks now for
Looking
Guma.
for a break point.
Okay, there's the W down. King, though, is going to just charge away. And he's got a couple of Ocean Drakes, so he's got that. He's got the Yumi. He's going to be at full health here in just a moment. He'll be totally fine to just go for a play if necessary.
Rokatseka, level 16.
Yeah, he's
rotating over. Yeah, T1, I don't know if you really want to try and fight for this. Might just run towards the Baron. This Drake, in the grand scheme of things, not going to be too important. His only soul point.
This feels a little bit slow for T1 to get on top of this one, especially with TPs available. Yeah, they're just going to have to pull off of it. So no risk taken. As I say that, they are looking to actually engage. King just throws them the thumbs up. He's like, yeah, cool story, bro. Like I care. As maybe the first Ornhorn I've seen, and Zeus is totally out of position, gonna get dunked in mid lane. Just like that. Life Esports have an advantage in this game.
The Divine Sun, I want to say it's Deicide from the top of my head. That was a really cool name that I do remember. As T1 just starts a Baron again.
There's a ward in that pick, guys.
Couple of ultimates being used. Teleport does get invested here. Maybe they want to peel off as a result.
It's an official T1 Baron. A lot of damage will come through, but here comes a massive knockup. The three of them just sitting against the wall. Owner will take the Baron down, but the rest of the team goes down, and no cash-in will come through for Guma. A triple kill for Viper, who is now 5-0 in this game.
And with that, I think we might be going towards a free gamer here, Valdez. Overall, the early game from T1 just not looking explosive enough. Hanwha Life biding out time, finding good individual plays. And now, T1 in deep trouble.
Yeah, the damage that's coming out of Viper right now is just insane. As the flash comes in, you see Zeus is desperate to try to take out the Lucian, and he will actually, but immediately he gets taken out, and Owner is trying desperately. Will take out the clone, but that's a double kill for Glid. At least a massive shutdown goes to Zeus, but...
well, all or nothing, T1.
Oh boy, look at that ward. T1 are so indexed into this. Here comes the engage. The stun, though, this time onto Kingen is good, and Zeka is being zoned away, but Zeus kind of just goes in alone. And, yeah, he's got Owner with him. That's going to be the free kill onto him, as Zeka is getting low, but not low enough. Is going to take out the Draven. And now Keria is left to the Akali. Eventually,
look at
should
the
be able to
damage.
take down Faker.
Look at the damage that Faker isn't doing to this Ornn.
Yeah. It's also the return of the warrior, assassin, mage, warlock. That is Ornn, doing more to Faker than Faker could do to him.
Oh no.
Here we go.
Come on.
No, no way, surely. He has no vision.
Oh, they won. No, it's not happening.
Yeah, he's like, oh, well. Now I'm just going to awkwardly back.
Not the best of time here. Guma, I think he's back up to, you know, a reasonable amount of stacks, but it's not going to matter this game, unfortunately.
Yeah. We'll see if he can get a cash out before the game ends. Don't see it happening, though. This one. As you see, Zeka's just looking for the angle. He's just lurking with his trusty cat on a book on his back. As there is the Ornhorn engaged once again. This time will hit nothing. Kingen really needs his flash to really pop off with that one. As Zeus last stand here. They do try to 100-0 Zeka, but he does have a stopwatch, which is enough. Maybe his done is at this point. HLE Esports going to put an end to this game number 2. And we do have, once again, a third game in a T1 series. HLE Esports showing that they can stand up to this team. The bottom lane, not as much of an issue as we originally imagined it to be. I think that Viper and Life were able to get through the lane somewhat evenly, and from there on out, they were relatively fine. And now Kingen is just on tank duty. I don't mind this at all. I think this is totally fine.
This is great.
Just allow him to slowly charge up his confidence again, and then we'll hit like Aatrox Worlds level, you know?
Well, Keria, what's it going to be? What are you? Is it Jinx chin?
Singed. For a second, I was like, man, he actually is going to play Singed. But
God,
Karthus?
he's played all of these.
Yeah.
He's played every single one of these.
Soraka.
Okay. I don't mind the Soraka. Carrier playing with the hearts of every fan for a little bit there with that highlight reel, and
I was okay with the Karthus. Could be. Guys, we're jumping onto the rift for this game number 3. Wow, this is his first time playing Yone in the LCK. And that makes it his 73rd unique pick in the LCK. So Faker just continuing to stack those, and hopefully we have, you know, including this year, 3 years with his contract to get.
that's free gold.
That's free gold. GG. Oh, but that actually bought some time for Owner to pick up this blue buff.
Nicely done. And when all is said and done, bot lane hasn't been dove, although Carrier did heal there. Not sure what happened, but might just have been to Elise's meta, Veldas.
Is that where we are?
What do you want from me? That's how it is. Oh, nice dodge by Owner there.
Well, I mean, it's not your fault, but...
Well, that's the meta.
Smite. Nope. It's going to go the way of Clid. Here comes Carrier, who is very fast because of the low Owner. As, okay, we do have the sapling, and he's going to get rooted up here. Uh-oh, Clid in a lot of trouble. He is going to repel as he's up against the wall, and he just gets zapped by Guma. And Clid, one step too far, perhaps. He got the Gromp, though.
But he had
Hashtag
flash.
He felt safe, and then he got zapped.
Klid's a level down.
2 turrets are
Teleport's
helping,
coming in.
I don't think it's fast enough, yeah.
Klid does a flash, so
here. Yeah, bottom lane is here as well.
with Draven, I think this should be fine now.
Could be. Clid is taking a decent amount of damage, as it looks like T1 want to fight this 4v4. As in they go, nice cocoon, but that is going to go the way of Elise, and Faker goes a little bit too far, but he gets a huge burst onto the Elise. Gets ignited down, and that should be enough to push T1 back. Yeah, not much of a
That's going to secure a little bit of vision.
Oh, he's actually, yeah, he's coming in with some saplings. Nicely done. Just keeping them safe while they push. As the Axis
Viper
catch Guma. Nice pressure onto this Jinx. As now Clid in the area. They're not going to actually commit to it, but heal and barrier used by Guma and Carry.
Yeah, I do see the power there. If Life has an ultimate available, they might actually get the kills. Oh, I love this. This is a special. Look at the pings.
He's back.
They're pinging. They're suspecting this. They're like, Sion is somewhere.
Where
don't know where.
is Sion?
Okay, well, Sion's not getting anything done this game.
Who
or, well,
are these players?
This game. Oh, here we go. They're going to try anyway.
Yeah, Guma, I think he's just accepting his death. I mean, he flashed, though. Everybody's here. Like, all 5 members are bot. You're 100% dead.
That's not fair.
Don't flash. Nice setup here from the side of Homalife Esports.
I think you're going to have a very bad time.
Yeah, it doesn't sound very fun. As Rift Heralds, this is the first Rift Heralds. She's going to be dropped here at 12.5 minutes. She was kind of doing a little dance there for a second, but she's okay. A couple of plates as Faker gets in range. What is going on in this series?
I'm looking
I don't know.
at Veldas. Veldas is looking at me.
Yeah.
And we're just enjoying the silence. I think that's beautiful, no? Actual setup go, I can still see some issues as
Faker getting caught here by the cocoon. No escape for him. The Soraka ult may have saved him just barely. As in goes Zeka, and the flash from Clid will be enough. A very nice setup as he's able to get over the wall and into that lane.
These are some pivotal moments here. Bit scary here for T1.
Here comes another rocket. It's been a while since teams have had to worry about Jinx rockets stealing objectives in a professional match. I mean, and you could argue, okay, well, maybe you want to, you know, catch Kassadin before he's truly online, but I mean, there it is, level 15.
Look at his XP.
Yeah, look at his XP bar down there in the bottom left. It's 90% of the way. Maybe even 95. I mean, he's going to hit it before this Mountain Drake spawns. And that's Mountain Soul. This isn't just like huge amount of resistances. It's a shield on top of everything. Like, is Yone going to be able to burst through that? There's going to be huge amounts of stacked armor.
Yet.
And, I mean, this is it. I mean, King is just going to stand in front, Faker will look for the side angle here. We'll see if he can catch one. As he is over the wall, he's going to catch Clid on this one, but Azonius is available. Can the team get in to help him, though? He goes up in the rappel as Zeka is zoning away the rest of the team, as Clid will stay in and take it down. That's Mountain Soul for Hamalife Esports. Viper able to 1v1 at Cassante, and now T1 are just lost in the front line. They have no way, as Faker is trying desperately to provide some sort of a front line. Guma just gonna kill force into the team, and Hamalife Esports will shut them down huge in the team fights.
And Guma desperately looking for the resets there, doesn't even get the final auto off on Zeka.
And in magnificent fashion as well. Just excellently done. The way they have played around their power spikes, it has been very nice to see. And Kingen, once again, he's just in the front line. He is just having a great old time. Faker is going to get a pretty nice ultimate, but a little bit too little too late. Some of those health bars did get quite low. Zeka is trying his desperatelyest to stop them, but it is not going to be enough. Hamalife Esports will clean them up. A massive smile on Life's face as they will take down the Nexus turrets, and the Nexus 2-1 to Hamalife Esports tonight.
And the creativity and the dominance that T1 has shown thus far, nowhere to be found in these last 2 games.
I think he said like this was our first game or something like that. I'm not, you know.
Makes sense.
Maybe that's the way he felt, because obviously that wasn't their first win, but maybe in a figurative sense, Chronicler, which you taught me about today.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jason for the very first POD interview of Hamalife Esports this season, joined by Kingen and Clid. After their first win of the season, how do you feel, Kingen? I think today was a very, very important series for the remaining, season. And I'm so glad that after the first time we won in the opening week, I'm glad that we were able to end our losing streak and also, stop T1's winning streak. Me too. During the losing streak, we were struggling a lot, but I'm so glad that we were able to make it happen. And then I just want to keep this momentum going and keep having a winning streak. Yeah, this was a 3-match losing streak, which was really rough. How are you able to kind of deal with the current situation inside Hamalife Esports? About the team's atmosphere, we are actually having a great, mentality, great personality, so we always tried so hard to cheer up as a team. Even though it was a losing streak, we knew that we will be able to overcome this together. And Kingen, yeah, you had to go up against T1, a team that was undefeated so far. When we play, we shouldn't pay attention to what the opponents are doing. We should rather focus on our win conditions and our game plan. And we were, concentrating on those factors, and it went so well as we planned today. And Clid, it was a rematch between you and Owner after more than 500 days. How did it feel to go up against T1 after such a long time? Every time I get to play against T1, it's always a great fun, I always enjoy it, and Owner is a great jungler as well, so it was really good. I have another question for you, Clid. We had, Jin support by Keria after Hamalife, who used it for the first time in the LCK, and today it was Ziggs Jin bottom duo. How did Hamalife's players react to that after game 1? Well, T1 kind of preferred those kind of comp earlier, so we had the information, and then we kind of knew that after during the second phase of the pick and ban, we knew that we can actually cope with it. We can kind of, react to this pick with our own comp and game plan, so we were not too worried about it. And we saw the Master Ornn strategy here in game number 2, so let's take a look at this replay together. Could you break it down for us? The 3-man knockup was amazing. I mean, that was a pretty much easy knockup angle for me because T1 had to burst down the Barons. They were having a very limited space to stay in the Baron's pit. So any Ornn player would have pulled it off.
너무 겸손하신 답변이신 것 같습니다. 이렇게 해서 2세트 마스터 오른으로
After that amazing performance on Ornn, and then now we had a very special comp in Game 3, Draven, Kassadin, and then Sion. I guess you're going back to some of the tank meta on the top lane. What was the theme of your Game 3 comp? We kind of realized that if you have too many cooks, you know, it doesn't really work. So we realized we have Zeka and Viper as our DPS. So I don't want to be the cook anymore. I want to be the reliable tank for as a frontline, and our damage carriers will just do all the works done. So today our theme was, you know, me being the frontline for Zeka and Viper. And Clid, your Game 3 list was so on point. We were able to see the aggressive Clid after such a long time. I think right now, the current meta is all about having the agency for either the top skirmish or the bottom skirmish. And looking at our comp, we kind of figured it's really important to have a champion that can accelerate the power spike, so Elise was the right pick. Now let's take a look at this replay where you were able to show off your cool smite. So I actually got Drake in the first dragon fight without using smite. So I was like, today is my day. And then, you know, soul fight is always so important, so I focused on the Drake. Yeah, sometimes you get your day where you can just pop off. And this was the game-ending moment for the Hana Life Esports. You guys are able to keep pushing this snowball and kind of picked up the win. Tell us about the smite fight. Well, I think like as I got older, like I'm still learning about it. You know, I'm always learning as I get to play up against other junglers. And today we have a very special message from Hana Life Esports fan. She sent a message through a QR code saying, "If Hana Life wins today, I am gonna dance on the stage." So could we bring that fan on stage? I guess like the one in frame is not the one, but there's a guy actually sitting right next to her who's raising his hand. And FYI, his ID was for Horde. So we will do our best to find the right fan who sent us a message, and he is the guy who will dance on stage for Hana Life. And he is happy to dance for them. A great ceremony from the fan of Hana Life Esports to celebrate their big win against T1. I guess you guys have to show something for the fan, right? Maybe together? I can't dance at all. Maybe we can just do some same moves. I'm so sorry. So sorry, but we can't. If Hana Life gets, you know, a winning streak, maybe we'll be able to see some cool dance moves on stage. Maybe next time. We are having so many Hana Life fans waiting for this win that ends the losing streak here at Low Park. Also watching online. Any message over to all the Hana Life fans? I know our fans, you know, are supporting us, waiting for our win. But early on in the season, we were not doing our showing our best. You know, we were underperforming. But I can promise you this: in the end of the split, we will be the ones smiling and doing the best work. And I think this win was a very important one in order to turn the momentum around. So keep supporting us, and I always appreciate all your love and support. Your next opponent is DRX, Clid. This is gonna be the Saturday shootout match of the week. So finally, after such a long time, we got the win. So I'm so glad that we ended our losing streak, but we will not stop here. We will come back stronger, and we will bring another win in the end. And this will be the end of the interview from King and Clit, and back to the space. Thank you.